Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. The lights are on in the big house, and this crowd, clad in maize and blue, certain that they will hail the victors in the Wolverines' home opener tonight. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Line gets set, first down. Quick handoff. Fights off the defender. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all off season, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Skips away from pressure. He'll let one go down the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds. Ends on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that play. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Third down coming up.
They're facing a 3rd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Michigan 0.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The short hands, it's Edwards. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on 3rd and long.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Looking for a man. It's Orji. Quarterback extends the play. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Makes the catch. It's Morgan. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On second down, just keeps firing. He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. He lets it fly. And he intercepts it. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
This is a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the lone running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Coming after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this.
Going for it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win. but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Boy, did he turn that thing around quickly. 77 yards for the touchdown on the kickoff return. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Catch in the middle, it's Morris. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's Orji. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on second down.
In other scores around the country, Schlittler 42, Millersville University 21.
The play action fake. Trying to get to him. Escapes the sack. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. Pulled down for the tackle.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the move, it's Henderson. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, and take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Michigan 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Orji. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Flips it out in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 and...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.